Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I was not paying attention to that countdown, and I almost missed that. Adam, I'm pretty sure you are actively still. You are indeed still muted. Proud of you.
We're getting there. Great start. Great start.
How are you tonight?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm here. I'm alive. I'm in a feisty mood because I am hosting for the second straight week. A certain somebody, Jay, in the comments already, just decided he couldn't be here again. So I guess we'll let it slide. I'm top of the ship here. I'm king of the castle. I'm king of the mountain. Let's go get back to the TNA days. Have fun with it. But most importantly, I'm telling us what we're talking about tonight. Martin, how the hell are you?
I'm pretty good.
Jay, better get the intro right. Fuck your intro, Jay. Fuck your intro. Right off the bat, I'm already in on it. Now, we're going to get to Elimination Chamber, but there's one piece of Monday Night Raw that I want to touch upon right now. They backtracked so hard on the Ric Flair, Lacey Evans pregnancy thing.
They don't want any part of it.
They just straight up cranked it into reverse and almost blew the transmission. It was bad. What's up, Brian? Nice to see you. How you doing? Ric Flair opened his promo, or his little, I don't know if you can call it a promo at his age, but he opened it with, first of all, I never said it was my kid. All right. Fair play. You're right. You didn't. But your reaction sure as hell said it was your fucking child. Woo! Definitely act like you just found out your girlfriend was pregnant. However, that storyline is going somewhere. I thoroughly enjoy it because it did exactly what I said on this show last week. Charlotte needed to show emotion. They needed to pull the daddy card, and they did. They had to backtrack out of the Lacey Evans bullshit to do it, but they did exactly what they had to do. Now, Craig, I know you don't have cable television, so you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Martin, I read about it, man.
Ooh, you read about it. Ooh.
I read every result that comes out.
When you read your results, do they have the breakdowns of the promos?
Not really. They touch on points. I got that they basically tanked the whole speculation thing.
Oh my god, that was. Just let Lacey Evans go off into the wind and be pregnant and do her thing, and we're just gonna move on.
Yeah, never mention this ever again.
Never happened.
Never happened. Never talk about it.
Nope, never again. Rick always has a thing for blondes, so that was brought up in the promo. We're gonna move on. Martin, did you see that segment?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think about it?
I thought it was pretty good. They really backtracked the entire Lacey storyline, which I think was a really good idea. After what happened, after they did not tell us anything about Asuka and Lacey being canceled, and Elimination Chamber, it was a pretty good storyline. I mean, it was a pretty good segment. Charlotte really showed some emotion. I liked it.
Speaking of Charlotte, did anybody? And again, Craig, you don't have cable TV, so you didn't see this, but you heard about it, hopefully.
I read it. Yeah, I'm in the know, man. I got this. Mostly.
Charlotte Flair, for the first time since I started watching Monday Night Raw again, made everybody in that tag team match work up to her level. She was legitimately beating the shit out of Nia Jax, who has been just... Nia Jax over the past, I want to say 3 or 4 months, has probably been getting lazier and lazier in the ring, and I'm going to bring it all down to reps. She's not in the ring as often anymore, and that's fine. But she looks like she doesn't want to take a punch, take a kick, and Charlotte last night was just like, nah, fuck this, I'm done, and started beating the shit out of her.
Nia's awful. I'm sorry, but she never should have got called up from NXT. I don't understand. She's not good. She's not good. When Mia Yim gets stuck with Reckoning and Nia Jax gets all of these main event angles, there's a problem. It's awful.
Well, She's what, a 3-time women's tag team champion now?
Yeah, I think it's 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. I think. Yeah.
Did she ever win a singles title?
Raw women's, yes. She was a Raw was at WrestleMania that 1 year with Bush.
And how many people did she hurt in the process? Are we up to 9? Have we hit double digits yet? Got 8. We got 10. Going once, going twice. Sold 10 people.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make sure we cover the basis real quick. Make sure you like this video, share this video, comment on this video. That's how we grow. That's how we enjoy what we do. We love hearing from you. We love when you like our stuff. Don't give me a thumbs up. That's disrespect. Okay? That's disrespect. Jay says Martin's showing his know-how once again. But yeah, as I was saying, make sure you like, share, comment. Let us know you're here. Chad, how are you doing?
Hello, Chad.
How you doing? Keep it moving. Let's go. So let's go to Elimination Chamber, because obviously Elimination Chamber, I'd say past Money in the Bank is probably the most intriguing non-major pay-per-view. Just because the Elimination Chamber itself is a very fun match to watch. Now, we'll get to the biggest part of Elimination Chamber in a few minutes. But what did we think about the Elimination Chamber matches themselves? We'll start with you, Martin.
The SmackDown one I really enjoyed. It was really good. I was really surprised that Daniel Bryan won. I really thought Cesaro was going to win, but nope, they gave it Bryan, which I'm not mad at. It was a solid match. They had the good spots. The Raw one, it wasn't as good as SmackDown, but it was okay, I guess. But SmackDown was clearly better.
So I have a theory that under normal circumstances, if the crowds were in there, I absolutely believe that Cesaro would be getting a Daniel-like push from the reception I'm seeing on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
I can only imagine that it would equate to what's in the crowds. Tandyline, I believe that's Jay's daughter, if I remember correctly.
No, that's my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend, close enough.
Yeah.
It's somebody related to the show somehow. Yeah, I suck at this.
She's right behind me. She just shook her head.
I'm just saying, I suck at this. I'll never remember who you actually are. Maybe next time. She wanted Bryan to win. She got what she wanted. Bryan won. Did they ever announce before the event that Roman Reigns was defending the title right after the Elimination Chamber itself?
No, but that's what I liked about it because it fit perfect with his gimmick. I mean, Daniel Bryan just went through 5 guys and in the Elimination Chamber. So just have Roman Reigns come out and have him just beat Daniel Bryan, which I think was a good idea.
All right, guys, I don't know what this means. The X to doubt, is that just like, I'm not hip, I'm not with the kids anymore? Like, does that just mean like they just doubt me?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. That's a meme from the game LA Noire. Fantastic game.
Okay. So Brian says the SmackDown one was a lot better than the Raw one. The Raw one was boring and predictable. And they announced it somewhere. So apparently they did announce it. He thinks it was on SmackDown. I don't watch SmackDown. I barely have enough time to watch Raw and AEW every week. I'm a busy guy, kind of popular. Why am I hosting the show? Like, I go off the rails. I own this entire fucking network, and I just let myself go off the rails hosting this thing.
Oh, goodness.
I was thinking American Idol, but she got stuck watching the Elimination Chamber, so okay. It evens out, they're kind of the same thing. Not really. And Chad wanted Cesaro to win the SmackDown. So They never actually fully said anything about Asuka versus Lacey Evans. They just didn't do it.
Yeah, they just dropped it. There's
They dropped
nothing.
it. Nothing.
Okay. Oh, with the X reference. Ah. She's on to something. I have okay, hold on. You have headphones on, which means she's actually physically listening to me too.
Your headphones in? Yeah. She hears us.
I was gonna say, like, there's no way she's having this conversation and not actually listening to me, which makes this even funnier.
We're live, boy.
The problem with that is that means I can't talk shit about her because she's right there.
She'll fight you. She's feisty.
She's also not hip.
No. Poor thing.
All right, well, me and her are gonna get along. We're gonna be friends. It's gonna be great. We'll go on like dates.
I'll fight you with a knife.
My wife will fight me. You don't need to worry about that.
We'll have a mixed tag team match. It'll be great.
Somebody's bringing a gun. Somebody's bringing a knife. This is going to be a bad time. We're going to move on from the mixed tag team match. Martin, you just got stuck in the middle. You're the referee. Oh, we are so off the rails. Back to Elimination Chamber.
All right. Oh, Jake, this is what happens when you're gone, Jay.
Oh, man. I'm sweating. Like, this room is... Oh, yeah, my wife turned the heat up because my bedroom is cold.
Man, I'm laughing.
I was going to say tag team. It's over for Jake.
Yep.
Oh, yeah? Was something funny?
Oh, yeah. No, she started cackling. That's all.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
That was some loud cackling.
That's why I was laughing.
Oh.
All right. Elimination
15
Chamber.
minutes into the show, this show sucks.
Good. It was good. All right, so I have a theory why the SmackDown Chamber was so much better, and I think it's just because the Raw Chamber was full of old people. Like, I think McIntyre at 36 was like the youngest guy in that chamber, where in SmackDown you had like at least younger 30s, and they were able to go fast pace.
But you had AJ Styles and Randy Orton in the match, and Randy Orton is my understanding. Again, I didn't watch Elimination Chamber. It's my understanding that he was eliminated first, though.
Yeah, Randy was just there for a payday. I think it was 8 minutes. He was the only competitor to survive less than 10 minutes in the chamber.
Yeah, when Randy came out first, I was like, okay, the Fiend is not coming out. When Randy was in the chamber, I was like,
there was
no
shenanigans at all from Alexa and Randy. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, that made no sense. He was definitely there for just to have that big name in the match. Got it.
That's it. Yep.
All right. So, what did we think about the Raw the Raw Chamber to begin with? What do we think?
It was slow. It was so slow. Oh man! If it wasn't for the real thing that happened afterwards, it shouldn't have main evented. It should have opened maybe.
Let's talk about it. Now, I'm not going to say anything. And Adam, I don't want you to say anything.
No, we got to give it to Martin. We have to give it to Martin.
We got to let you mark out for a minute. What happened after the Raw Chamber?
Well, first off, Bobby Lashley came out and attacked Drew McIntyre. And I was like, okay, something's happening here. And then the Miz comes out. And he got it in the bank briefcase. And for the first time in 10 years, the Miz is finally WWE champion once again. And I absolutely love it. Even though the time is going to be a short one because he's probably going to lose to the Bobby Lashley at Fastlane. But I am going to enjoy every single moment of this. He deserved everything that he got at Elimination Chamber. And fun fact, when The Miz won, he became the only person in WWE history to become a Grand Slam champion 2 times.
I'm sorry, but this comment is kind of spot on. The Miz looks like a duck.
No.
Martin's offended.
Babe, did you just open the door? Does the Miz look like a duck to you? Yeah, the wife agrees.
When last night when I was watching Raw, I was so scared that the Miz was gonna lose the title on that night. I was like, please don't do this now. Let's keep title into at least Fastlane. And I'm hoping that next week, while you're watching with this Miz, Miz finds a way to cheat and keep the title, and then he can just get beat by Bobby at Fastlane in order to get Lashley versus Drew at WrestleMania, so Drew can get his one-on-one. So Drew can get his one moment with the fans.
All right.
And the Miz can be stuck with Bad Bunny.
That's fine. No. That is absolutely fine. We'll get to that in a second. But first, you just answered the question. So, Adam, let's ask you. Do you think there's any chance in hell that the Miz has the title walking into Mania?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Don't
I'm
get
glad
me
he
wrong.
has it. Like, I love the guy, but he deserves it. Absolutely not. If this was 2018, then I'd be down for it. But no, he is the definition of transitional right now.
The Miz will lose the title next week on Raw or at Fastlane. Now, I fully agree.
Fastlane.
Do you want to know why this particular title change I'm really a fan of?
What?
Right after the Rumble on this show, I said a very specific sentence. The WWE gets super formulaic going into Mania, and everything is so predictable for these pay-per-views. Well, guess what? Jake can go fuck himself. That was not predictable.
No, it was not.
Even when I heard that Bobby Lashley was beating up McIntyre, I'm like, all right, cool, failed cash in. They're not going to have Drew lose. We're going into Mania. That's stupid. No, the Miz and yeah, it's going to be a transitional title. He's not going to have it past Fastlane at the latest. Who is Bad Bunny, and how did he get the 24/7 title? So I didn't know who Bad Bunny was when he first appeared on WWE television. He is a Spanish pop artist. I don't know if he's pop or rap. I don't know what. He is a Spanish hip hop and or rap artist who has over 2 million followers on social media, which means it's a good move by the WWE right away. Smart. Also, obviously, Spanish. They're appealing to the Latin American fan base, which has been lacking in the past X amount of years. It's almost like what they did with Saudi Arabia trying to get the Indian fan base. That was a whole different shitstorm of situations, but Bad Bunny didn't come in for one event, and now he's teamed up with Damian Priest, who is pretty much just keeping the title on Bad Bunny. And he brought it to Saturday Night Live, which was also a kind of cool moment. When was the last time we saw a WWE title on Saturday Night Live? The Rock in 2001?
Yeah.
I'm completely okay with this. I like this Bad Bunny situation just because it's different. You know Bad Bunny's going to get in the ring at Mania, and you know it's going to be against The Miz and Morrison because they're not really feuding. They're not going to have like a Bad Bunny Open Invitational for the 24/7 title with Damian Priest versus 60 guys. That's not going to happen. So it's going to be Miz and Morrison versus Priest and Bad Bunny. The WrestleMania card is starting to take its shape. And yeah.
And he won the title by roll-up because that's the only way you can win that title. Rolling up Truth. That's it.
My favorite last night on Raw, Truth brought a referee.
Oh, I love that.
Stuffed the referee like in between two boxes of equipment, and Damian Priest is like, I can see the referee. He's like, he's not here for this. He's not. I don't want that title. Like, they made the 24/7 title entertaining again because Truth didn't just win it.
This is the peak, man. Enjoy it. This is the peak of this title.
The peak happened when he was on the airport strip. Chad says, we all know The Miz won't be champion for long because Bobby Lashley looked like he wanted to rip The Miz's head off on Raw. Ain't that the fucking truth? Bobby Lashley looks like he's on another level right now.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, but this is WWE, so Braun Strowman's probably going to interfere next week, and then it's going to lead to a triple threat, and it's going to be dumb. But yeah, we'll get there. At Fastlane, I think we'll finally get there. I think it'll just be a lot of pointless shenanigans first.
Braun Strowman needs to stay as far away from the title picture as humanly possible.
Stay in your lane!
Go to another lane. Go to another lane. Get fired and go back to, like, weightlifting. I.e. Lars Sullivan.
Actually,
Oh,
Strowman versus Riddle does not sound bad. I think I'd take that. For the U.S. title.
Okay. Nope. You want to bring up Riddle? Okay. Yeah, I got this. Holy shit. I saw Riddle's...
Segue.
We suck at segues. We know this. I saw Riddle's actual gimmick on the main roster for the first time last night, and that was a fucking train wreck.
Oh my god. That's your first time?
He's not even like... He's beyond a California stoner. He's just pure stupid.
He won, though. He can't be that dumb. He won.
Eugene won a title.
Listen, man.
I love the Eugene character. I love Nick Dinsmore. Nick Dinsmore is awesome.
His gimmick's gotten a lot stupider on the main roster. It was much more subtle in NXT, but main roster can't do anything subtle, so this is what we get.
He went from a legit MMA fighter in NXT that smokes weed to a stupid pothead.
Yep.
It's literally... You can't even take his MMA background serious anymore. Brian says, Lashley should leave Mania as champ. He looks like $1 million, and he's been destroying everybody for the past 3 months. And then almost screwed that one up again. Let me just make that clear. It was dumb he stopped to celebrate mid-match, but I approve of the character. He's one of my favorites. I love Matt Riddle as a in-ring performer. I fucking hate this character though.
Bro.
I don't even mind that. That's not the problem with the character. Just because you're a pothead doesn't mean you're shit stupid. But in WWE's terms, if you smoke weed, I guess you're shit stupid.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Like,
Stereotypes float up to 11 all the time. It's awful, but at least they're pushing him now.
Just
we'll
wait
see how
till
long it lasts.
Just wait till MSK gets called up to the main roster.
MSK won't ever get called up to the main roster. I'm guaranteeing you MSK signed with the WWE for the 3-year deal that they got, because that's what everybody gets, just to bring their name value up and go back to the Indies and or TNA to get more money. No tag team willingly goes to the WWE without something like that in mind.
Oh, yeah, you got it. But if they ever get called up, they are 100% going to be paired up with Riddle. Tell you that right now.
What are
Mile
the
High Club? What? I would call them the Mile High Club, but what was your question?
Close enough. What does MSK stand for, and what is their names?
They're
Zachary.
No. I can guarantee you, WWE did not leave their names as Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz.
Yeah.
That did not.
Wes Carter. Something Carter and
Wesley is his name now.
Yeah. Something Carter.
What does MSK stand for?
I don't think we know.
It just stands for major smoking. Just stands for major smoking kids, but I'm not sure what it stands for.
That would make sense. It's like, again, that's another 2 guys are potheads. If you knew anything about their TNA gimmick, Adam, let's keep this PG, even though I've said fuck 13 times.
I just that's it. I can vouch for them.
I can vouch for them being potheads. That's all I gotta say. That's it. Nothing else. I think Adam might be alluding to the fact that he may or may not have smoked weed with MSK. Wait, was
no,
Trey
it
there?
was the Rascals.
Was Trey there?
It was all of them. Yeah, it was all of them.
Was Kylie there?
No.
Oh, that's
Nope,
disappointing.
just the 3.
Smiley Kylie. What else? I don't know. We shot the shit for like 27 minutes. Do we have like an actual gameplay?
We've been meandering, but we've been getting there. Let's talk about Omis. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah,
I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be getting in the ring soon, man. Hit like that little power bomb choke slam thing he did. It was neat. I think he's been learning, and I'm trusting him to do bigger moves like that. And Ricochet sold it like death. So I'm excited to see him step into the ring, and maybe we get a tag team with AJ Styles. I want to see a 450 off of his shoulders. That's what I really want.
I don't think AJ is going to do a 450.
He can do it. He can do He did a springboard 450 at Chamber.
Oh, did he?
Yep, he can do like a leapfrog 450. Oh.
I love the way that they're now adding more Omens into AJ Styles stuff, which I think is great. The stuff he did at Chamber was great, and the stuff he's been doing the past few weeks was great. Let's keep the train rolling with him.
I just love when we get call ups like secretly, like they're not on NXT television like they do with Braun. There's just something special about those where we don't know anything about them, and I'm just excited to see what happens. It feels like the old days again.
Just out of nowhere. At least make your call ups make sense. Like at least we know now Rhea Ripley's going to Raw, which guarantees, in my opinion, she's going to be feuding with Alexa.
Charlotte soon.
Alexa.
Mm.
Were you here when we talked about that?
Maybe. I don't know. That's probably in the comments.
So Alexa started her whatever you want to call it, her change, and then Ripley threw her out of the ring before she could start it. If that wasn't that was not a start to a feud I remember that kind of situation when Ripley does show up, then they fucked up. But it's WWE and they want you to forget about everything 24 hours later.
That's fair. She could be a hurt heel glove victim, maybe one of the first for Fiend Alexa.
I thoroughly like this Bray Wyatt Randy Orton storyline. It's fun. It's different. Something I thought about today while I was at work, doing my job. What are the odds that the WWE never does TV tapings on the road again? I'm going to get your initial thoughts, and then I'm going to explain myself. So what do you think about that, Grace? Let's start with you.
Well, I'll give us, it's pretty likely, honestly. They keep having their biggest profit ever years. Why go through the hassle anymore?
See, I have a different thought process than you there. You're right, absolutely. Why go through the hassle? It takes a lot of money to move all the equipment from city to city. But, Martin, what do you think?
I think I would not be surprised if they actually stay in Florida and tape in Florida for forever. Because if they keep doing that, because while they've been doing that, they have been doing pretty good so far. And why stop when you've been doing so well in Florida?
Okay, so baseball season is going to start soon, and they do have to move out of Tropicana Field.
Yeah,
Besides
that'd be a problem, but I'm pretty sure WWE can find a way to get into an arena in Florida and stay there.
So besides that obstacle, you know what fans can't do on a random, I don't know, let's call it the Raw after Mania? No thoughts?
No.
Nothing?
What?
No ideas?
No.
Nothing?
What
no
can't
guesses?
they do?
Not a single guess at what the fans can't do?
They can't ruin the show?
I wouldn't say ruin. They can't hijack any shows.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one right there.
The WWE can tell any story they want, regardless of what the fans think. And then if you want to see the WWE live, you now have to go to an untelevised house show or a pay-per-view. You have to drive the want to see the product even more. So the problem, like I said, becomes where do you go after the Tropicana Field gets back on baseball? Now, obviously, there's probably somewhere they can figure it out. Shit, they could build their own arena, pay for it to be done in a week. I don't think it'll be safe as per OSHA standards, but they could do it.
It's probably good.
I don't know. Now that I think about it, not having fans, like that would have robbed us of stuff like Daniel Bryan. You know what I mean?
But that's
like,
exactly
we do have.
That's what they would want to do because they want to control their own narrative, i.e., EC3.
It's true, but even talent have complained that it's very hard for them to get feedback without a crowd because they can't really tell what's working. So they have to go to social media, which is its obvious cesspool and not a very good, assessment. So I don't know. It can go both ways. I honestly, I've grown into these new types of shows, and I do dig them, but it does feel like we're missing a little magic in it, though.
I like the idea of them being able to do more stuff like the Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton storyline.
Oh, you know what I do like though is that like cage thing that NXT did. That was awesome. That was
I have
fantastic.
no idea what you're talking about.
Was that NXT or am I?
Is that the thing when they were behind the cage and they were tapping?
Yeah, it was like the hockey arena where you had like the virtual fans up there, but there was like almost like a dugout with like fans and like cages.
Started having the people in the crowd.
Cool.
Yeah,
that was fucking stupid.
No, that was cool. I'm a big hockey fan, so the whole banging on the walls thing, that's my jam. I loved it.
Oh my. Okay, that idea itself wasn't stupid. The fact that you could physically see everybody 6 feet apart with the mask on and they weren't allowed to sit down was stupid.
Now, we want to think of something else. I'll show you after the show. It was really cool. I thought it was recently. Yeah, I'll show you after.
Okay.
It was cool. So I think they should have limited fans and then the rest virtual. I don't know. Something like that.
Jay says WWE can make cheers or boos for whoever is supposed to. And that's exactly. It's the WWE would do this in theory to control everything. Because, we know they like being in control, even though 9 times out of 10 they're not in control.
Yeah. I don't know, just the artificial, like I get it, but man, that's not gonna like pacify the fans. Like just piped in cheers aren't gonna make us cheer for people. Not in this day and age. So I think it would really harm the product right now. Like I can't really come up with any examples off the top of my head, but it's hard. Like how do you say, like, is Drew McIntyre over right now? Is he really though? Do we know that?
I mean,
how can we tell the crowd?
Definitely social media reaction on him specifically. You could have used somebody like Riddle. Would have been a way better example.
But is Drew as over as he was a year ago? I guess is what I mean. Like, is it where people would have been hyped for this reign? Like, I don't know. But yeah, even Riddle, that's a good example. How over is Riddle? Are we, that's why I think we need crowds. You can't just have 2K21 music playing in the background every time you want to chant. It's missing something.
Ooh, we got a new follower tonight. Yeah.
Half Stack, what's up, my man? Thank you so much, bro.
I just did a stupid little dance. Yeah. So real quick. 36 minutes in, I'm going to do another shameless plug on something that Jay, who is in the comments right now, saying hi to our new follower Stacks. He's in the comments here. He's a normal part of this show. And Crathier, my man, who won't trade me the Undisputed Era, we are starting, and I believe we're finally recording the first episode tomorrow. I think we're all good. I think we're going to do it.
Here's hoping, man. We'll get there.
I'm looking at you specifically. Me and Jay have been waiting on you.
No, I was listening.
Our homie Brandon's back. Where the fuck have you been, man? It's been like 6 months since I've heard from you on this show. Sorry, back to what I was talking about. So, Jay, Kraith, and myself are starting this new fantasy booking series on Total Extreme Wrestling 16. We already have our rosters drafted. We're just waiting for Kraith to record the first episode and trade me Undisputed Era.
Ain't gonna happen. You're going down.
Oh, man. I have Cole and Strong. You might as well just give me Fish and O'Reilly.
No. That's why I drafted them like what? I think I drafted them like third or
you
something.
Only drafted them so high so I couldn't get Undisputed Era.
As soon as you took Cole, I wanted them. I did.
Such a dick move.
Smart. Right. Yeah, Martin's like, yeah. Listen.
Brandon, you've been around, but you haven't been around the show, and that makes me sad. Glad didn't see that one. Apparently he's watched before, wasn't following. Glad you're following now. We love you. I don't know who you are. They know who you are, but if you're cool with me. And how's it going, Jay? I'm bringing up all the comments. So we're gonna start that hopefully tomorrow night. Jay's gonna have the first episode of this save, followed by the
worst episode.
Definitely, obviously the worst. Kraith second, and then I'll be last because I took SmackDown. We're going right in order. Look for that. It's gonna be. I don't know if we're going to do it on Twitch because we have to record it on Zoom. So can we do it on Twitch? Is that a thing we're allowed to do?
Oh, yeah. We'll get it set up. Easy.
All right. So we're going to figure it out. We'll probably have it on Twitch if it's possible because I don't know. I'm not internet savvy. I'm barely able to go live. No, that's a lie. I know how to use StreamYard. So be on the lookout for that. So we might do that tomorrow live. If we don't do it live, and even if we do it live, we're going to have an edited video that we're going to put on YouTube. All right. Back to actual wrestling now, because that took way too long. Shitty transitions, guys. Martin, you got anything on the mind?
Well, not really, but I'm really looking forward to see what you guys do with your rosters.
No. Brian, the YouTube link itself should be in the description of this video, actually. I believe I put it in there. Taking a look right now for you. I don't know what that is. I got the Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Yep. In the link on, or one of the links on the description in this video is the YouTube. And Jay says he's on a train right now and he'd rather be on the show. We miss you, Jay. We missed you. Even Martin's giving you a heart. You earned it. No problem, Brian. Jake, I have to give you a big thumbs up on AEW being better watched than WWE. Yeah, it really. So, me and Kraith are holding something back because we want Jay to be here for it. So we've been avoiding AEW for the most part. However, I will say if you're gonna watch wrestling for wrestling, you should watch WWE. If you're going to watch wrestling for entertainment, which is realistically what you should be watching it for, then you're going to enjoy AEW more. You need to know what your personal tastes are. If you don't know that, I can't help you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you one show is better than the other because we all look for different things. Now, Kraith, besides the what we're holding on the back burner until Jay's here in AEW. You got anything you want to talk about from AEW?
I love everything going on with Hangman Page right now. I really do. I'm trying to pull it up real quick to refresh my memory because it's awful. But if there was like a bigger crowd right now, his whole Dark Order thing, it's gonna pop off really soon, and I'm really excited for it. But yeah, the whole Matt Hardy. If you guys need a little recap real quick, basically him and Matt Hardy won a tag team match. Matt Hardy wanted to sign a contract with Hangman Page, and it was for like, I think 30% of his earnings or something garbage like that. So Hangman switched the contract to the last second. Matt Hardy signed, and now they're fighting for their 2021 first quarter earnings, which I really love that stipulation too, because I don't feel like money is used enough as a goal in wrestling. But yeah, and then they went on to defeat TH2. So getting solid wins. He's picking it up. But yeah, then he was attacked by Isaiah Cassidy, right? Who was
And
Matt
Mark
Hardy's
Wayne.
little mascot.
And Mark.
Both of them.
It was both of them.
Right. And then Dark Order came out and they helped him. So if it's gonna be one of the biggest pops ever when Hangman finally joins in a prophecy that I think I called on the show like 6 months ago before I ever got on camera. It's gonna be big, and Dark Order is leading him straight to the main event, and it's gonna be glorious.
I don't think I've known you for 6 months.
Oh, 3, 2.
So Anna Jay is also out injured for 6 months to a year. It was announced that she has a shoulder injury. I'm super disappointed in that because I really like her work as well. Her Dark Order work and her, what is it, TJ, I believe is the name of them. Anna Jay and Tay Conti.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's talk about Sammy Guevara. He just straight up said no to Impact Wrestling.
You gotta wonder what the storyline was there, right? How awful it would have been. But
for
go ahead, Martin.
He picked a storyline to Impact where he came in and won the X Division title, which is a good idea because I think Sammy Guevara would be a great X Division champion. But here's the problem. He did not want to defend the title on Impact. He wanted to come and have it come back to AEW and use it as a prop until Impact were forced to the title without defending it and have a tournament to crown a new champion. And it was eventually going to lead to Sammy versus that guy who won that tournament for the title, which I think Impact liked the idea of Sammy winning the title, but the last part of him not defending it, that's the thing they did not like.
All right, so I got some quick updates from Impact. So it's been noted that what Black Taurus of Decay is going to be doing on these sets of tapings is what Sammy Guevara was supposed to do. So on Impact, Black Taurus, Ace Austin, and Chris Bay defeated Willie Mack, Trey Miguel, and Josh Alexander. So those three now, Austin, Bay, and Taurus, are going to face off in a number one contender match for the X Division title next week. So obviously, Black Taurus is going to end up winning that. Also on Impact, Tony Khan brought 4% of the AEW roster, including Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, Britt Baker, Reba, I don't know who the blonde is in the picture, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy. So it looks like the door is getting kicked open a little bit more.
Wide open, man.
If they're all just starting to show up like that. And then the funniest piece of this update on Impact tonight, Scott D'Amore announced Brian Myers versus Eddie Edwards in an eye for an eye match next week, and Matt Cardona will be the special guest referee. Myers asks D'Amore, "Is he serious?" D'Amore tells Myers he was just kidding, and who the fuck would book a match for or an eye for an eye match?
Oh, I
well
love
played.
It.
Well played.
I love it. I love it.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on Sting and Darby Allin paired together? Start with you, Martin. What do you think?
At first, I was like, "All right, this is cool," but then they started to get.
Oh, okay. I gotta, Martin. I love you, but I gotta cut you off real quick. We have a very, very special guest that popped out of nowhere. It's our man Jay on the train.
Yay!
Hey!
Don't tell anyone where I am. Oi.
Not on the train.
Ladies and
He's in
gentlemen.
the darkness. It's Jay in the darkness.
Parts unknown.
Thank you. Parts unknown, undisclosed location. But I got to say, I'll be damned if I let you guys do another one of my shows without a quick New Japan Blitz.
Whoa!
Go ahead.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming at you. I'm only going to be here for a couple of minutes, but don't forget about New Japan, ladies and gentlemen. Over on New Japan, we had Kota Ibushi defeat Sonata for both championships, only to have Tetsuya Naito come out to challenge Ibushi again. But with that said, Naito says that after his loss at Wrestle Kingdom, he does not deserve to challenge for both belts and instead is going for the Intercontinental belt only. Now, New Japan has been criticized for having too many belts, and if they don't unify the belts, it's kind of concerning how many belts will be flying around with a small roster because of COVID, which really opens up the can of worms. What happens Friday? Do they keep Jon Moxley as the IWGP United States champion to make sure they don't have too many belts flying around over in Japan?
Thank you, Jay. Wonderful update. Thank you. Back to Jay.
I'm probably lagging all sorts over
No,
here.
you're doing great.
No. We have comments. JD for president. We have Jay's bandana makes him look like he's on a train. Jay on the train. I missed the Xbox 360 in the background. Yeah, guys, we can't let his bosses know he's on the. That didn't help.
Oh God! Somebody clip that, please. If you're watching on Twitch, please clip that.
That has to be clipped. Somebody has to clip. So Jay, you can only be president if I'm vice president.
There's the clip. Okay.
But I'm glad I'm a little bit popular with you Game Changers. And remember, Game Changers, the Ringside Roundup is brought to you by the Game Changer Sports Network. Follow us as we go live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You hear nothing. These are big rigs passing by my house.
Oh my God. So everyone, this is corpsing. This is.
We cut Martin off, but Jay, you sound so sophisticated. Don't tell them I'm on a train. Beep, beep.
Oh man, I'm dying. That was great.
This is the show, ladies and gentlemen. 100% professionalism, 100% pro wrestling.
And
zero
train
trains at all.
Jay, I believe you're going to return to us next week.
That is the plan, as long as you guys don't change the schedule on me.
Man.
We'll see.
Before you go, is it Tanahashi injured too?
Is Tanahashi, I'm sorry, what?
Tanahashi injured?
Is Tanahashi injured?
Is he injured? I've been getting a lot of reports on only a few day injuries. Tetsuya Naito missed last weekend. Hiromu's supposed to miss a little bit of time. I've not heard anything about Tanahashi yet.
Yeah, I heard it was somebody was a big New Japan guy was injured for like several months. That's what I heard.
It's very possible. Tanahashi is as awesome as he is getting worn out. So I would not be surprised if he's got to take some time for himself.
Sounds good.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Yep, I got it.
Oh, thank you.
But unfortunately, that's all your official host of the Ringside Roundup can give you for the day.
Oh, whoa. You weren't scheduled for tonight. You are not tonight's official host. Let's make that very clear.
Look, I'm just official host. You guys are the intermittent hosts, you bunch of knuckleheads. As much as I love you, you need someone to wrangle you all in.
I mean, yeah, the show sucks without you, so.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad I was able to do the New Japan Blitz. And thank you, everyone that's watching. Enjoy your Game Changer Sports Network.
Bye, Jay.
That couldn't have been any funnier.
That was fantastic.
One more time.
All
right,
gentlemen.
Back to Darby Allin and Sting. Martin, I cut you off in the middle there, so let's hear you. What do you got?
All right. First off, all right, so as I was saying, I like that first. And then it started to get really repetitive. Like Sting and Darby Allin will be in the ring, and they'd be attacking Team Taz over and over and over. Like do something different. But recently, they have been doing different stuff, and I'm into it.
Sting took his first bump.
Ooh,
That was big.
That is big right there.
And the way he sold it had people thinking he was actually dying. Great. Love it. Craig, what do you think about it?
I think I agree with Martin. It was fine at first. I didn't really think Darby needed it, honestly. It kind of feels like his older uncle, who's not cool anymore, still trying to be cool. But I guess Sting his time in the limelight. Like, yeah, calling him what they call him again? Like hoodlums? Like, come on, man.
It was
hooligans. Hooligans. Yeah, come on. Who let that man say that on live TV? But yeah, I think the powerbomb made everything else worth it. So I'm fully back on board now. That was great.
It definitely got to a point where we were just kind of spinning the same wheel over and over again. Now we're getting to the meat of the bone with this. I don't expect this storyline to go. Realistically, we're probably going to get it to All Out, but there's going to be layers to it now. Now, Sting coming in, short of a singles match, pairing him with anybody else, Darby Allin made the most sense. Unless you wanted to NWO heel turn him, but
Danhausen
isn't even signed to the fucking roster.
They should have signed him to the fucking roster just to work with Sting.
Danhausen isn't even that good.
Sting is not that good at 65 either, but this is where we are. At least they could have been corny together.
Sting at 65 is better than Danhausen in his entire career will ever be combined.
It would have been fun.
I'm not a Danhausen fan.
No, I can tell. You don't say.
Oh, yeah. I would have never guessed. All right. What else do we got? We got somehow 7 minutes to blow here.
Edge challenging Roman Reigns for the WWE Wrestling Championship.
What do you think about it?
I think it's a really good move because as you said, WWE is predictable. It would have been predictable to put Edge with McIntyre, but no, they're actually going Edge and Reigns, which I think is the better storyline because Edge, a guy that just came back from injury, and he made SmackDown during his time there, and he wants to win the title for Reigns. And to me, I think it's a pretty good storyline. And the match is going to be pretty good, but even though Edge is not going to win, I think he's going to give Reigns a good match.
My issue is that I think Edge is going to win. And I don't want Edge to win. Don't get me wrong. I am the biggest Edge mark you will ever meet. I love Edge. I love the Broad. I love Edge and Christian. I love everything Edge has done. Except that weird live sex celebration. That was fucking weird.
Oh, God.
I'm going to pretend like that never happened.
No.
Beyond that, I would love for Edge to have another championship reign, but not not Roman and not now. If he had picked McIntyre and that would have been the Mania match, I would have been all for it. And I would have all been all for Edge winning again because that feel-good story. Great, you got something?
Yeah, but what if this is Roman's obstacle to turn into his last final mega heel form? Because right now, listen, he comes in everything all cocky, right? Like how many times does he underestimate Kevin Owens, even though it kept getting really fucking close? He keeps relying on everyone for help. He's lax, man. So he loses to Edge. He snaps. He dumps Heyman. He takes that title right back off Edge a month later, 2 months later, whatever. And then we're back on track, except Roman is much more dangerous this time around.
Okay, so there's only two ways Roman can get any more, how shall I say, dangerous. And that's if you put Brock versus Roman with Heyman in the middle, or you have The Rock versus Roman for the head of the table. Other than that, nothing else is going to really change much. Roman is Roman and is going to be Roman. Also, Heyman ain't going anywhere. Unless Brock comes back. But if you have Brock come back and you have Roman in, you have to have Heyman in the middle to write the good story.
We'll see. For the record, I don't think Edge wins the Mania. I think he goes out on his back this time around. But we'll see.
Edge isn't done yet. That's the thing.
Yeah. But I don't think this is his...
Also, doesn't he have 3 matches a year?
I thought it was 5.
I think it's
No way.
5.
He hasn't wrestled 5 matches yet this year, so he ain't going out on his back. He's got time.
Yeah, but it's going to be a bump in the road. They never write it this linear of a story. They love their setbacks, so let's run it back again. And I'm not looking forward to the spear versus spear being drilled in my head for the next however long, but that's all we're going to hear.
Unless you're going to give me Rhino in the middle of this. I don't want it.
Oh.
I would love for Rhino to show up and spear somebody real quick in the middle of the storyline. Spear Heyman, for crying out loud. Make it interesting.
That man will pop. Like,
Yeah, he'd probably die. Chris says the Broad.
The Broad.
That was actually, in all reality, that was probably one of my favorite gimmicks of all time.
Yeah, the Brood was awesome. I agree. I loved it as a kid.
Just a random, pretty much vampire cult. I'm about it. Quite frankly, I'm about it. I would love for them to try to pull something similar now.
Didn't they try with Kevin Thorne like in 2009 or something, and it just
Yeah, they did.
did not go well?
All right.
But Kevin Thorne wasn't great, so that
I understand. I understand. I understand. I fucked it up, but I just kept going, and you had to point it out. And then you tried to. I doubled down just for you. Let's make that very clear.
Listen, I gotta help the people. What are you guys doing?
So Kevin Thorne was it wasn't really it was a vampire gimmick, but not really a vampire cult gimmick. And that's what we need.
That's fair.
We need that vampire cult again. Because I mean, we're at what, almost 20 years.
Yeah, let's run it back.
It's a good time to run it back like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next year.
Let's try another shock trooper too while we're at it. It's been a while. No.
That's something we don't need to run that back.
It'd be great. Just put Titus O'Neil in it. Foolproof.
All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is 8. Wow, different time zones. I still don't know my time zone. It is 8:59 Central Time and 9:59 Eastern Time, which means we're getting the fuck up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for joining us tonight. Make sure you follow us on all of our social medias in the description above, below. I don't know. I'm looking at a screen of my face because I'm beautiful. Below? It's below? Is it below?
I don't know, for Twitch.
Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you comment on this video. My aunt says good night, Jake. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week with Jay. And what we have on the back burner potentially is going to come to fruition. Oh, and don't forget to join us for our new show starting tomorrow where we are fantasy booking the WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, good night.